in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC. Coming at you this Thursday morning here in the Stone. Hope everybody is doing well. Counting them down. Weekend will be upon us before you know it. And hope you guys have some, hope you have good weather where you can get out and enjoy your weekend and do whatever your heart desires. But anyway, this should be a fairly quick one this morning. You guys saw the thumbnail. We just got that piece in yesterday, and here we are. Gave us some good content for this morning. Everybody say hello to old Cornelius, Mr. Yukon. He is on the job again this morning, trying to keep me straight. That is a full-time job. But our tote for the day, as always, front pocket, back pocket, any pocket. If I got a pocket, shirt pocket, we're going to have the Holy Land pocket cross from Brother Dwayne, who graciously sends these out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And today, we are going to be toting the Buck 307, or the Buck Wrangler, which is, I call them jumbo trappers. I call the K75, this Buck 307, all the 4 1/4 or up, because there is the Old Timer 858 that is a lumberjack that's 4 1/2 inches. So having trouble getting everything open this morning. But anyway, the ones that are around 3 7/8 or 4 inch, I call that a standard. I mean, this is my definition, so take it lightly, take it with a grain of salt. But anything that's there around the 3 7/8 or the 4 inch, that is a standard size stockman, in my opinion. And the 4 1/4 and up, I would call it jumbo stockman. And that is what we're talking about here. This is my old, like I said, this is the Buck 307, or more commonly known, the Buck Wrangler. And yeah, it has the, you can see there, has the sawcut, what do they call this? Velox, I believe is their name for it. And it's basically like a sawcut delrin, but Velox. So yeah, got me some nice Earl on here. I'll show you all that tang stamp. Not that it really matters, but there it is. Buck 307 with USA. Like I said, there's got some oil on there. But anyway, that's what's in the old pocket today for my tote. So, in the mug today, good old sweet tea this morning. I don't know what it is. I've just kind of, for a while here, went away from the coffee. It'll be back. I'll get to hankering it, but I guess I go through phases. I've been on just a anything really but coffee kick. My Coke Zeros, sweet tea, who knows. Anyway, what I want to show you today is this guy right here. This is the Schrade Old Timer LB 7OT. Not to be confused, which we will bring it out, with the LB7. 2 different knives. And I brought them both for comparison. So this is the one we're talking about. But this is the LB7. What are the differences? Well, first and foremost, you can see the guy we're talking about, the OT, 7OT, is sawcut delrin. And the old, God, it makes sense, LB7 is wood. See those grains, all that is a nice wood grain. Ooh, actually contrasts really nicely. Look at that grain over on that side. But anyway, a definite wood for the LB7. And we have delrin on the 7OT. Another thing, well, let's just forget that a second. As far as the chassis, bolster, length, even the slants, this, folks, is basically the exact same chassis. I mean, they are the same. Same bolster shape, same overall length. Yeah. But and I'm just showing you the few differences, because basically these are, I wouldn't even call them cousins. I would call them paternal twins. They're not identical twins, but they're, you get it. Got most of the same characteristics. So we said one has wood, one has delrin. As you can see, this guy here, the one we're talking about, the 7OT, has a 3-pin, 3-pin construction holding it together. And ye old LB7 has 4. So there is one other difference. And then when you open them both up, here is another. Schrade Plus on the old LB7, which is stainless steel. And you will see right away with some nice patina on it, especially on their back. There we go. Got some nice peppering going on there. But this, there's the tang stamp for that. The Schrade USA 7OT. No plus sign, just Schrade. This is carbon steel. So, blade shapes. I will make a case that there is a little bit of difference. This is the one we're talking about today in the 7OT. If you check out this swedge, it starts a swedge right up here at the nail neck and comes down. And it's pretty subtle, but I do believe this guy right here has a little bit more. You've heard me call it before, that roller coaster. We're coming along, and we do the roller coaster swoop. I believe this one's just, is it me, folks? Or is this one just a little more aggressive? Check this one out. This is the 7OT. And there's the LB7. Doesn't it look like this one just swoops kind of not quite the dip? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Or am I just, I think it's close. Very, very similar blades. Not enough to shake a stick at. So basically you're looking at wood and stainless. And over here you're looking at sawcut delrin and carbon. Pick your poison. You like the wood and the going stainless, less maintenance, get you a LB7. Don't mind the maintenance. Just like the Teeners, go with the 7OT. Well, anyway, that was for comparison. But anyway, this is a knife that just came in yesterday. Probably got fingerprints all over it now. We'll wipe a little bit of that off for show and tell here. But got this in yesterday, and very, very pleased with it. Very good shape. I did polish the bolsters, all the brass. We've got that, got all that looking pretty good. And like I said, this thing is carbon steel, and you can't feel any of this. This is just some good old staining. Is there a pit right there? I'm trying to feel if you can even feel pitting. I really think that is just stain. I did go over this with just polish, and you know, this you know, I didn't try too hard, but that stuff right there wouldn't polish, you know, wouldn't just polish out. So it would probably take, if you wanted to lose it, and if you can see here, check that out right there, some nice peppering right up here on this flat. No way, I'm not losing it. I think it looks awesome. It's carbon steel. It's going to be a user. This ain't going in no box, you know, be some safe queen. I am going to, you know, definitely tote this thing, and I'm just going to start adding my own to it. But love this thing. Got this. This was an eBay find, and I got to give the gentleman some kudos, because this thing came blistering sharp. I don't know if I can show you that edge bevel, but look at that right there at the tip. And if I could turn it right there, look at, there we go. Folks, this thing, I believe, was professionally sharpened. And if not, if this came from, you know, you know, he did that himself, the guy that sent it to me, golf clap. I'm talking about these bevels from hilt to tip are even on both sides, and you know us knife guys, it was already paper, you know, slicing, hair popping sharp. I had to run it across a ceramic, you know, just touch it a few times on a ceramic rod. Just, you guys know you do it too when you get in it. Oh, you know you do. But it was blistering sharp. One of the, I can't think of anything that I've got off of eBay or, you know, trade or whatever that came this ready to go. So thank you if you touched this up before you sent it, or, you know, it was just, you know, sharpened and you decided to trade it. But whoever sharpened this knew what they were doing. So anyway, what else is there to say about it? If you want to know how big this thing is, oh yeah, it is an absolute beast. This is 5 inches. 5 inches closed, as we see right here. To put that in, let's try it again. To put that in perspective, a buck 110 is 4 7/8. So this is an 1/8 of an inch taller, longer than a buck 110. But if you know a buck 110, you're there. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, these are heavier by about 1 ounce than a buck 110. So maybe Paul Bunyan out there or Daniel Boone or something may pocket drop this in a front pocket, but this needs to be in some kind of slip or sheath. Most people that would tote this would put it on the hip, you know. Legacy Knives, Brother Ed, he's got the best ones, but would hip carry this. But there are now, same guy can hook you up with what I'm fixing to say, and plenty of other people, but there are slips that you can put in your pocket, front pocket or whatever. But you just don't want this, you know, you just don't want this getting catty-cornered and catty-wampus all in your front pocket. Man, you know what I'm talking about. Not a good look. But yeah, it is definitely a pocket brick if it's going to be in a pocket. It is heavy a while, but around here, that is a good thing, because we are always loving them. We are always loving them good Ole Bigguns. And this is 1,000% a good Ole Biggun. Yeah, this one will get the job done, folks. If this don't get the job done, you need heavy equipment, because this is basically like a folding fixed blade. It's about as rough and tough as you get, but without, okay, somebody's gonna hit me in the comments, that ain't no fixed blade, it ain't as tough as a fixed blade. Easy, tiger. For a folding knife, it's as close as you get. Matter of fact, the Buck 110, we're not talking about that, but the history where the Buck 110 came from, Buck wanted to make a knife portable, you know, instead of, in lieu of the fixed blades they had done forever, to make it more portable, you know, for cowboys and ranchers, where they didn't have to carry these big old, you know, huge sheaves and huge knives. They could get the same, you know, a big knife, but it fold down and be a lot more packable and portable. So anyway, it's a brute. Get you one, folks. Shout out if anybody has the LB8, which is the Uncle Henry. This is the LB7, but the LB8 Uncle Henry that has the Stagalon covers, and it's basically the same size and dimensions and bolsters and all of these, but it just has Stagalon. I don't have one of those yet. I'm looking for one. Anybody out there wants to do a little horse trading, has an extra one, or has one and they just are, you know, willing to trade on, looking for something else out of it, I could be your huckleberry. Holler at me. Anyway, that's all I got for you, folks. We're going to let you go. Have a great day, and as always, we appreciate you. If you're still watching, I salute you for hanging in with us, and we appreciate your support. God bless.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's EDC.